Alright, hi everybody. Rich back from LoopStew. Here I am going to finish the last video on the Telecaster. The pink Telecaster will be done after this. Once it's done, I'm not going to play it and show it to you. So all I'm doing is I'm taking the body and taking the neck. I already took everything apart, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this as my number one. And I bought a bunch of these little stamp tools from A to Z and 0 to 9 numbers, and I already did that. I already took the neck plate and tapped in the LoopStew number one LoopStew. Hopefully you can see that there. So that was pretty cool. So Telecaster LS, basically T is for Telecaster, LoopStew, and the number one at the top. So the neck plate's already done, the body is not done, and the neck's not done. What I originally was going to do, which I tried it already, I recorded and tried to use this. So I made myself this stamp here, which has LS on it for LoopStew. So I carved that out, and I tried to use ink on the body and ink on the neck. It didn't seem to work very well. You couldn't see it very good because the body is actually engraved with Alan Eden on it. So yeah, I decided I'm going to try and burn the wood. So I did a test piece, and this is my test piece here. So I burned LS in that. It seemed to go pretty well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put an LS on the body and an LS on the neck, and I'm going to call this done. So let me get you closer to the bench and see what we can do, see if we can get this done. Alright, so here we got the body. I got a pencil here. So I think I'm going to try and draw this up how I want this to look. So the L kind of goes into the S. So I figured I'd draw this up to make it easier to burn. So hopefully you can see that. You can hopefully see the LS on there that I drew up. So I'd like to do that on the neck here as well. But first off, let's get the burner here, and let's see if we can make this happen. So if I go ahead and try and burn this in here, let's see what happens. Whatever happens, happens, because after this, it's done. The ink didn't work very well. It's kind of putting a bump there at where the grain is. Well, for the most part, it's not turning out too bad here. But I want to make it deep enough that you can actually see it. Yeah, it's not working too bad. It's working better than I thought it was going to. So this body is older body, so I wasn't sure how this was going to do when I, used a pine test piece. So there it is. There is the LS. So hopefully you can see that. Let me get you a better look at that here. So there it is. LoopStew. Maybe I'll actually pick the thing up here and show it to you. So there you have it. You have the LS right there, so you have the Allen Eden, but there you go, there's the LS. Let's go over to the neck. Set that aside. Let's move this out of the way here. So I can, I'm left-handed, so this is working pretty good. Alright, we're back. I got the pencil. So I'm going to put this right down the center of this. So we'll see how this works with this like real thin clear coat on it. Might stink or it might smoke a little bit or something, I don't know. Let's give it a whirl. So this neck is a roasted neck. Looks like it's doing pretty good. Yeah, it's working all right. Seems to be kind of crackling off the finisher. But for the most part, it's working really, really well. So I'll show you the results here when I'm done. And then, yeah, we can call this Telecaster done. And I appreciate you all watching, tuning in, watching my videos. Really appreciate it. And, yeah, hopefully there'll be more guitar building to come. So I'll be on to the next project. So there is the LS. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. Let me straighten you out. Here you have it. LS. LoopStew Telecaster. First build. Alright, so I'm going to put everything back together, and I don't think I'm going to, show it all together unless you might want to see it. Maybe I'll put it together and then, anyway, you know what a guitar looks like. I'm just putting the neck plate back on it that has the LoopStew #1 LS on it. So, no big deal. Alright, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.